In this episode, I'm going to interrupt you nonstop.
Oops, damn it.
You screwed up my perfect intro. That one time you farted to start an episode and someone's like, I'm unsubbed.
Is that all it takes? Welcome to 2023. Oh.
Who are you?
Who are you? What are you doing? What's your life like?
No, like that's how we start the show.
Oh, hey everyone, I'm Ryan.
I'm
starting the year right.
This is 60 Cycle Hum.
This is the episode where we only interrupt each other the whole time.
Guitar, bike, selling, trading, modding,
fixing, breaking, reviewing, playing podcast.
We decided that was harmonizing and it's okay, remember?
It's totally legal around here. Just to talk over each other. You feel like we did all right last episode, not interrupting each other?
I seemed like a pretty normal episode.
It felt a little slow to me.
It felt rough because I was like, I think you did your normal thing, but I went out of... At the beginning, you were trying very hard not to interrupt me.
You know what I just realized? I'm interrupting you to tell you this.
What?
No, this is not the next week's episode because we did the live video last.
Oh, right. So the episode we did with the No Interrupto
was 2 weeks ago.
Half
a month ago.
I don't know. I think we just got to do what we do.
Let's do what we do.
Honestly,
it's our energy.
The interruptions don't bother me. When they do, I think it's funnier for me to make faces at the camera.
Totally.
And just be like, or just go, Ryan, shut the fuck up.
I do a thing, and I do it with my wife, I do it with everyone that I know, where I go,
whoa!
I get so excited to get the words out of my mouth because I'm having such a big idea that I can't help myself but start talking even though the other person is talking. And it's a terrible habit, I know.
A big idea that Ryan wants to share with everybody, his wife and everybody. Ryan, you can't show your big idea here. This is YouTube. I left my water outside.
Go get your water, Steve. I'll talk about what we're going to talk here to do our New Year's episode that everyone watches every year. It's definitely not our least watched episode because everyone is taking time off of work, spending time with their families, and definitely not sitting around watching YouTube podcasts.
Is it our least watched episode?
Maybe that's just trauma I have from like the first couple of years of us podcasting, but in my mind it's like, no one's going to watch this, no one's going to listen, no one cares about this episode.
I think the watching is different than the listening.
You might be right. Prove us wrong. Watch this episode over and over and over again throughout the year. Make it your favorite episode this year.
Watch this episode gets like 20,000 views.
But
it's our most successful
We're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. We're going to talk about New Year's gear predictions and things like that. What do you want to do first? New Year's resolutions or New Year's 2023 predictions, Steve?
My resolutions are the same every year, so I don't even really want to do them.
Okay.
Just go to last year's.
You want to lose 20 pounds?
I want to lose 20 pounds, and I want to practice more. Just the same as last year. What did I not do last year? I did not lose 20 pounds, and I did not practice more.
Did you gain 20 pounds and practice less?
Yes, actually.
I would say that this year, you know what's going to happen. You make a resolution, the opposite's going to happen. You should make a goal of gaining 20 pounds and not practicing at all.
That's a good call.
Hack the system.
Oh no! I broke my resolution and got super in shape, and now I'm a power lifter.
Yeah, and you're gonna shred.
Actually,
you're shredded, and you can shred.
If I became a power lifter, I'd probably weigh the same. I'd just be all muscle.
All muscle.
All gains.
Yeah.
Gains.
Just ripped. Steve and I are gonna start doing the podcast shirtless, and we'll just oil each other up. The whole podcast. If one of us about guitars.
If one of us gets like hella yoked, do you know who we could get on the show as a guest? Doyle von Frankenstein.
Yeah, he can come on the show.
What are you doing?
I'm touching
this
my
is
belly.
Weird. I'm sitting here.
Welcome to New Year's episode. This is the good stuff right here. Are you glad you tuned in? Oh yeah, I got a belly full of holiday ham.
Sounds so disgusting.
Is this a good show? I'm not talking about this episode. I'm not talking about this video. Is this podcast at all? Should we keep doing it in 2023? Should we keep doing the show?
Is that your 2023 gear resolution?
To quit the show?
Quit the show?
As long as you keep showing up on Wednesday nights, I'm like, okay, I guess we're recording.
Well, there we go.
It's all on you, Steve.
I mean, as long as people keep showing up on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday rolls around and I've got 40, 50, 60 comments to respond to.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to give the people what they want.
As long as, Chase Bliss keeps paying our sponsorship, then it's like, what else are we going to do on every other Wednesday night,
I'm not doing anything.
Blame Chase Bliss.
I got to wait for traffic to die down.
Yeah, you're here anyways.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Sit in traffic?
Exactly.
You're going to come over here and talk about guitars a little bit.
This is way healthier than just going to the bar.
Is that an option? Could we just go to the bar?
I mean, I could, because I got to wait for traffic to die
I could
down.
meet you there.
Yeah, that's true. I work like 2 blocks from Gravity Heights. I don't recommend that place, though.
Man, don't go there. I actually don't know anything about it.
No, it's
right.
It's okay.
Right? I still don't know anything about it. But it's really gross.
Do you actually have any gear resolutions? New gear resolutions?
I mean, I talked a little bit last year about like my work goals and stuff like that, and I feel like I'm on track.
Yeah.
And my new thought is, now that I've gotten control of my workflow, I think I have a new gears resolution that I want to try to work on. Not filming gear that I'm not interested in.
Oh, interesting.
Like, because I have this compulsion to like, oh, that's interesting. I should try that.
Mm-hmm.
I could try that. I could see what that's like. I want to try to be like, do I really want to try that?
Right.
Does that really appeal to me? I'm not going to limit everything, but I really want to move towards that goal of demoing stuff that makes sense for me. And if it means, limiting the things that I say yes to and then approaching brands that are making stuff that I'm interested in, I think I'm going to try that this year, because I've never done that.
Right.
I always wait for them to come to me first. And maybe it's time for me to branch out and approach brands and be like, I like this thing that you're making and selling. I see what you're doing here. I'd love to cover it. Here's my demo rates.
You're talking about Paul Reed Smith, aren't you?
I just got to try those pedals, man. You can't even tell when they're on. That's how good they sound. It's horse meat. That's the joke. It's horse meat.
It's horse meat.
Now, like if someone comes out with something that's like, I want to try that in my surf band, or like I want to, oh man, I have this crazy idea to try that, Like I want to work up the courage to present myself as a demo channel to those companies and see if I can make content that makes more sense for the stuff that I like. That's my goal.
Makes sense.
That's my goal.
That's a noble goal. My goal is to make 2 videos in 2023. I made 1 video, I think, in 2022.
Which 2 do you want to make? Start planning now.
I'm going to make the 2023 Premier Guitar Mystery Stocking video. And I'm gonna make a string swing.
Oh, that's right.
Rack video. I've got all the stuff now, so I'll probably hopefully make the video. By the time this airs, hopefully I've already made the video and I've sent it to you, and you can just edit it whenever.
Steve is setting up 60 Cycle Hum Studios North.
Yeah,
in his house right now. He's got a blue wall.
I gotta figure out some pedal shelf. I need to figure out a pedal shelf situation.
The IKEA shelves are great.
Yeah. Is that what these are?
I have a couple of the old wood IKEA shelves if you want to take them home with you. There's one sitting right there on the crate cab.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's the one I used to have over in the.
I need like so many of those.
Yeah, I know. Get the metal IKEA ones that I have. Those
right.
Those are great. Yeah.
I'm down here all the time. What am I going to do after work? Sit in traffic? I'm just go to IKEA.
It's go to IKEA.
Sitting in IKEA is just like being in traffic.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
there.
pretty sure you can order IKEA stuff off the internet.
IKEA is so bad for shipping sometimes.
Yeah, it's because they have to ship it all the way from Sweden
China?
China. I don't know. I don't know where
Vietnam?
IKEA stuff
Indonesia?
comes
I don't
from.
know.
Well, they have to ship it from Vietnam to Sweden, and then they have to ship it to the UN, and then they have to pass a resolution, and then they have to assemble it to check it, and then they have to disassemble it, repackage it, and then ship it to San Diego, which just gets shipped to you.
What?
Hey man, I don't make the rules.
All right, you got any gear predictions?
Gear predictions. This is a tough time because with this post-COVID sort of economy going on, and people have slowed down their buying. Mm-hmm. They really picked up buying it with COVID. We had like 2 years of people just going crazy buying stuff. Are you about
to make a depressing gear prediction? I predict that 95% of guitar companies are going to go out of business.
No. I just don't think there's going to be a lot of like groundbreaking, exciting stuff. And I think we're going to see pretty conservative launches. Mm-hmm. We're going to see like, oh, hey guys, here's a launch of blue, red, and black guitars.
Oh, that kind of conservative.
Right.
I was thinking like...
No, not Rebel Flags.
Green Child's going to make a comeback. Guitologist is going to like... get 1 million subscribers.
He doesn't already?
I don't know. What's that? What Will's Easy Guitar is gonna make a comeback?
Is he conservative?
He drives around in a truck and yells at his phone. I don't really know what he talks about.
I haven't kept up on him. I don't know.
Is he still around? He changed his name to like Dr. Guitar or something.
Sure.
Not to be confused with... Never mind.
We don't have to bring up other YouTubers every episode, Steve.
We didn't last episode at all. Well, is Josh Scott a YouTuber?
He is. Yes, he is.
CEO of JHS.
He's also a YouTuber. Let's pretend that, in 2023, let's pretend that YouTubers don't exist.
Let's pretend we don't exist. Let's pretend we're in Antarctica.
Let's roll back the clock. Let's pretend it's first year 60 cycle hum. Everything's a joke. We don't believe that we have any value to the industry at all because we don't, and we'll never go anywhere with this. So this is where we are.
I mean, we did talk about going back to the early episodes and just start rehashing topics from like 9 years ago.
What are we going to talk about? Let's check episode 4.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Ryan, did you see the new Fender Big Apple Stratocaster? I know it. That came out in the 90s, guys.
Have you heard about this Reverb.com thing? You think that's going to take off? Yeah, right. eBay's the way to go.
What do you think about this like new underground pedal company, Earthquaker Devices?
Remember when we started, Strymon was the biggest deal?
I mean, they're still a pretty big deal.
Yeah, but like the hype train was like the rails were red hot. The hype train was going so fast. Like people were going bonkers for Strymon when we started, and it was crazy because it was like, oh my gosh, $250 pedals.
Yeah.
Will the market allow it?
What am I gonna do? No, like legitimately, I remember
they expect us to buy these things.
Like I think it's the El Cap. It was the El Cap, or like the Brigadier.
Yeah, right.
The Brigadier's one of them. The El Cap, I think, was the other one where people were like, a $280 delay pedal. It can't even loop like a DL4.
We've been doing this show a while, haven't we? Maybe we should quit. Welcome to 2023, the year where every episode we ask, should we quit?
Jeez, you're gonna ask it.
Hang up that. Now that we're making money doing this, should we quit?
So your gear prediction is just that you don't think there's going to be anything big.
I think if we see exciting stuff that pushes boundaries, we're going to see it from small builders. I think the big builders are going to pull back real hard and be very conservative with their launches.
That actually almost lines up with my thought for effect of the year 2023.
Year of the phaser?
Year of the overdrive.
Well, we got a bit of year of the rat there for a while.
We did.
Like simple circuits that are, not simple, but well explored concepts with maybe a few novel twists. We've seen a rise of the big brand budget pedals.
That's true.
Maybe we're going to see a price correction. We're going to see brands backing off of the $300, $200 pedal and saying, hey, we can still make $99 pedals. Wampler just did it. with 2 pedals. JHS has the whole 3 series. Gibson has the Maestro line. Fender has the Hammer Tone line. Cattle and Bread did the Element line, which is, a lot of people weren't happy about the prices on that. But, we're seeing a move in that direction, and I think we might see quite a bit more of that. I think we're going to see budget lines from a lot of pedal brands, and then eventually those lines are going to become more of the norm. It's just be like, oh, those are pedals that they make, and they make other $99 pedals now too.
EHX is going to come out with a $99 pedal line.
Oh, they've always had.
Donner is going to come out with a $99 pedal line. K-Line's. Sorry.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Right. Like, what's another like Earthquake? Maybe Earthquaker will come out with a line of,
right,
$120 pedals or something like that. The Wampler one shocked me because it's got like 5 knobs on it.
Yeah.
They're spending a lot of money on pots with that one. It's not funny, Steve. Pots cost money.
I know.
Wampler's.
It's funny.
Yeah,
Wampler kind of pots.
Yeah.
The graphics are really stripped back on those ones too.
And I think we're going to see that start to shift. I think we'll see, like, we're seeing these very simple graphic treatments on the $99 pedals.
Right.
And I think we're going to start to see circuits that can be $99 pedals just be kind of like, oh, we charge 100, 150 for these now, and we're getting back into the art wars to see who has cool art.
Oh, you think art's going to go crazy? You think art's?
I don't think it's going to go crazy, but I think it'll normalize on the more simple, more budget pedals, where it's like, why wouldn't we put cool art on this? Like, it's going to be 1 color, 2 color prints. It's not going to be like crazy full color prints. But they'll go back to having art on them.
All right, I got it.
It'll all be AI art though.
You brought up You brought this up. You brought it up yourself. In Facebook, on the Facebook group. I think it was in the Facebook group. Someone actually asked. I want to say it was Joe Braga from Get Offset.
And Pedal Partners.
Pedal Playhouse. Asked what your and let me get through the whole thing.
I'm sorry, I can't remember all the right words sometimes.
She asked what your thoughts were on the whole Lenza AI-generated art thing. Let me finish. I know your opinion in the past has been that AI can't generate good art.
I never said that.
You've kind of said like, oh, you think AI is like isn't going to necessarily replace artists because it's like kind of sloppy.
No.
But I feel like the Wally stuff, I feel like always looked chintzy. Okay. Dolly stuff always looked chintzy.
Here's my current take on this.
Yeah.
AI isn't a replacement for human created art. Like, I think there will always be a place for human created art.
Sure.
I think there will be tasks that AI replaces, and I think AI is going to become a conceptual tool for a lot of artists who then use it as a jumping off part to make what they actually want to make, or use it as a tool to generate elements of what they want to make and things like that. But at the end of the day, even if someone who doesn't see themselves as artistically inclined is using AI to generate art, at some point they are making creative decisions as to when that AI generates the art that they want. The human touch is still there. The selection by humans is still there until you literally just type in a command, AI, generate graphic advertisements for me for web pages, and you don't check them, you just trust it to do it. If it gets to that point, then then human artists are replaced.
I mean, I feel like that works for certain things, but I guess I'm thinking about the whole Lenza thing is basically auto-generated profile pictures.
Sure.
Like my wife did it, but my wife did it and then everything went sideways.
I haven't used Lenza.
But with that one, I think you upload 10 profile pictures, and then it takes your 10 profile pictures and generates 100 new profile pictures for you.
Right.
And so, yeah, you're picking them, and the big thing with Lenza that people are flipping out about is that apparently it's scrubbing a public art database.
Right. It's basing, and that's part of the thing. It's part of the point, though, is it's not computers actually generating stuff. It's taking human generated art to generate its art. I don't know. I think we're in a really interesting time with all that, and it's going to affect music too. There's going to be AI music.
Yeah.
But it's going to be similar where it's like someone types in like, I need a hip hop beat and a bass line in D sharp, or something like that. They'll just type stuff in and it'll spit something out. It'll spit out 10 versions of something, 10 different tries, and the person who needs it will select which one they want, and then they'll build something around that, and they'll use it as a generated element. We already have that in GarageBand. You set up a virtual drummer, and it starts making drum beats for you and stuff. Like it's going to be a tool. Like every time
is the virtual drummer making the beat decisions for you, or are you still saying like I want a 4/4?
You can adjust all that.
I've never used it. I don't know.
There's sliders that allow you to go in between, tight or fills and things like that. And
then it will just auto-generate.
It auto-generates fills for you and stuff like that. Like it's pretty convincing.
Yeah.
I mean, a drummer's not going to be fooled, but if you want to make a scratch track, it's an excellent tool. Mm-hmm. And technically, you're putting a drummer out of work when you use it. But these things are tools, and every time a new tool comes into the world, like people think like, oh, this is going to replace people, but it becomes a tool that the people actually use. I'm hopeful in that AI can't replace the people who are actually the human beings that are actually making the decisions, and the human beings that are making the decisions will use AI as a tool, and people who don't know how to use it effectively as a tool will be making images that every single person will be able to spot as like, oh, that's just AI art.
Right.
It's not, they didn't go beyond just typing in stuff for AI art. It'll be effective for whatever they're trying to do for their newsletter or whatever, but it'll still just be AI art. And then eventually there's going to be legality coming in as far as like these AIs that clearly are scrubbing artists' previous works.
Yeah. And I think that, again, that's kind of...
when we see lawsuits and stuff, it's going to make stuff more clear.
I think there was, and I don't know the details on it because I don't follow it, but there was one of the AIs, I think the database it was scrubbing is just it's like an archive. It's just this massive archive. But some of the art that I think was in that database that is starting to get scrubbed by the AI is like corporate logo art. And so now people are saying like that's actually that'll
do it.
What it is now like corporations are gonna, it's like
you train an AI to scrub Disney, and Disney's going to come after you.
It's like that kind of a thing.
Yeah, totally. Like if you
I don't know. I don't,
hey AI, make me a Marvel movie, and then like.
I mean, that's already what's happening.
Back before.
Well, did you finish watching She-Hulk?
I did.
That's She-Hulk.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I'm down for whatever happens in the future. We all just have to survive it anyway. So like, I don't know. Can an AI do a worse job than we're already doing? I say vote for Google to be president. I don't mean whoever's running Google. I mean Google, the entity. I want an algorithm to run the world.
Jeez. Hi, Ryan. Welcome to 60 Cycle Hum.
Hello, Steve.
The Guitar Podcast.
Hello, Steven.
You got any gear predictions? Okay, going back. You got any gear? I said overdrive. Is there an effect you think could be? What do you think is going to be the most popular effect in 2023?
I think cab sims are just going to keep getting better and better and better. I updated my
cab sims.
My pod.
I thought my answer was dumb.
Pod XT? Is it the XT?
It's the Helix. The Pod Go.
The Pod.
Was
not
it
the
Pod Go?
It's not the Pod Go.
HX Stomp.
Why couldn't I think? It's because it's the day after New Year's Day.
Yeah. That's why.
We record this leading up to Christmas.
You're firing on 3 cylinders.
Yeah. No, I updated it, and oh my gosh, the new cabs sound amazing. It incredibly way better. And I was already really impressed with that UA pedal that I have that I've been using. And I think I might try switching back to the HX Stomp.
That's actually pretty big news
for my church board, because the cabs sound really, really good. Like on the Princeton cab.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to redo all my presets now because this sounds so much better. Yeah, I think we're gonna see a further and further drive away from real amps because cab sims and amp sims are just gonna get that much better.
This is an old,
Which we say every year.
this is an old thing. By now, I've probably either done it or not done it. Should I have bought that Peavey Ultra Plus?
No, that big half stack.
Yeah.
What were you gonna do with it?
That's,
It was like $200, right?
it was like $250.
yeah, but what are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna play it in my garage. I'm gonna play early 2000s new metal in my garage.
You were never gonna use that. You were never gonna get $200 worth of joy out of that.
You know why I wanted that?
But you were gonna get like $200 worth of headaches of it living in your garage for the rest of your life.
You know why I wanted that amp? You know what that amp does that no other amp does?
It's stereo.
Oh, I don't give a two.
Okay, what does it do that no other amp does?
The Peavey logo is clear plastic, and when you turn it on, if you're on the clean channel, it's green. If you're on the yellow channel, it's yellow.
Ooh.
It's like crunch channel. And if you're on the ultra channel, it's red.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
So you can put a sticker on it. So the Peavey Ultra Plus is like an amp. It's like that amp. It's like an amp that a bunch of bands that I used to see like in the early 2000s had.
Sure.
So it's like how everybody who was like a Blink-182 fan's like, oh god, you gotta do a dual rectifier. Like
Right.
This is my amp for that.
Right.
And one of the bands I used to see all the time, they had one of the Shepherd Ferry Obey Giant stickers on the Peavey logo with the eyes cut out.
Yeah.
So the eyes would change that.
Yeah.
That's why. So, dude, if I did that and I put a Shepherd Ferry sticker on it and cut the eyes out, I think I would get my $200 worth of joy out of that thing.
Yeah, but then you gotta store it for the rest of your life. I'm telling you, as someone who owned a half stack for a while, like a year or something like that, it's not worth it. You don't need it. Steve,
I don't need anything, man.
Steve, join a band, and you still won't need it.
What about when we play Coachella?
Who's we?
The band that I'm in.
Well, let me know when we has a name, and then
the band,
call it we.
The band is called We. Tonight at the Hollywood Bowl, we.
But it's spelled WEE. Wee.
People. Wait, was that supposed to be Weezer and the Zer fell off?
It was just wee.
Is it supposed to be Ween and the N fell off?
Nope, it's just wee.
Are we done with this topic?
I hope so.
All right, let's do some housekeeping. Housekeeping's a part of the show where thanks everyone. We thank everyone who supports us on Patreon. So thank you everyone who supports us on Patreon. If you'd like to support us for as little as $1 or as much as whatever you want to pledge, head on over to patreon.com/60cyclehumcast.
Yes, every dollar counts.
Every dollar counts. It's true.
Helps keep Steve and I out of the pet shelter.
The pet shelter.
Yeah, because we're dogs, Steve. I don't know.
All right,
I'm creatively spent right now.
This ad was sent by Sassy Cat.
Sassy Cat ad. Here we go.
We are proud to offer this 1995 Fender MOTO Stratocaster 19 of 250, built by the legendary John Cruz at Fender Custom Shop. This guitar features a pearloid finished body and hard shell case. This guitar displays a few signs of play wear, but otherwise great condition. We've also included the matching Fender MOTO Blues Deluxe, which has many signs of wear.
Yeah, that
including
amp is what happened.
Browning on the Tolex and a torn grill cloth. This is used guitar, blah blah. You know, it's a used guitar. That's
I don't even understand what happened to that grill cloth. Well, the amp. I mean, the guitar looks cherry.
Oh man, that bird's eye.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Bird's eye should come back. I haven't seen a lot of bird's eye around in a while, but it's a really cool look. Like for a while there, bird's eye was the hot
I
look.
think so many brands have been going to like the roasted maple, where though I feel like bird's eye on a roasted maple could look interesting. Also, you think about like a lot of the brands that have done the like worn in neck finishes. Bird's eye. I mean, bird's eye could probably look cool there, but it's like less critical,
right.
I guess.
Bird's eye is like the ostrich skin boot of guitar necks.
I don't know what that means.
Like ostrich skin. Like it's got.
Are you talking about like emu boots?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
I don't know. They're sheepskin.
No,
like
Steve.
Uggs.
No.
Oh, okay, I don't know what you're talking about then.
Gosh, I have to find a picture of ostrich leather for you.
Okay,
why do you make me do homework?
The amp's got some stains on it. That's interesting. That's weird.
Yeah, the amp looks like someone used the crap out of it.
Yeah, this looks like the front of this thing looks like it was attacked by a cat.
That's ostrich leather down there.
Cats.
Down there, it's like the spiky leather.
Oh, weird. I don't know that I've ever seen that.
You never, Steve. I thought you were a cowboy, baby.
No, I'm not. Oh, it's got rusty pickups.
So then someone's been playing this then.
Remember
when GFS was selling the Moto bodies? They weren't like this though. I think they were. Didn't they have binding and like the Moto ended on the ends or something like that on the edges?
Yeah, I think it was just the top.
Yeah. And you can kind of see the wood grain through it. Like this is a full. I don't know how they do this. How they wrap Moto and have it be seamless like that.
It's actually one big block of Moto.
No,
I don't know.
It couldn't be, Steve. Don't do that to me. It looks amazing. And like, I'm kind of not a huge fan of Moto for the most part. I tend to prefer flatter looks, but this looks amazing.
The most part or the most part?
What?
I don't know. Okay, I'm looking at this amp.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't, I made the joke about cat damage. There is something, I don't know what it is. Fender amp people, I want to know. Like not Fender, Fender the brand, if you know. Let me
Fender
know.
fans.
Fender fans. That know like the technical. I'm a Fender amp fan, but I don't know what the technical is. There are a lot of amps, Fender amps from the 90s where if they don't have the silver weave, which is like the classic one straight back here,
right.
They tend to fall apart. Now yours, your reverb and your blonde Princeton over here.
Yeah.
That I don't know what you would call that weave color.
Like a I don't know.
But it still looks pretty good.
Sure.
But I've seen a lot of like the Acoustasonic amps.
You think that there's something
Acoustasonic Junior
innate about the fabric that just falls apart?
That's the only thing I can figure because I see it so often and I don't see it with the silver pattern. I only see it with the brown pattern.
This definitely looks like
this is a cream pattern, but it's got the same kind of because here's the thing, right? Okay, you got loose threads, like straight on. You have loose threads, and then the thing that is really weird to me is how
it's worn around the speaker.
It's worn around the speaker. It makes me think that there's something where like the threads just start to unravel, and then you have like.
It definitely doesn't look.
I don't know.
It looks like it's deteriorating. Like this got stuck in a time machine and got buried for 10,000 years.
Yeah.
It looks like mummy cloth, you know? And how did that happen? Because it doesn't look like someone was tearing at it. Like
No.
if a cat was doing this, then it would be like the corner would be chewed and there would be a couple big scratches. But this is like the entire fabric is deteriorating at the same time. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you're saying.
I look at the top of the amp and I see the brown stains and I'm kind of like, well, that's kind of interesting. I've seen like actual like bathroom Moto that kind of does that. So it's not like it almost gives it an older like actual.
They put their drink on the amp. You know?
Yeah, it's like gives it an actual like vintage Art Deco vibe, which I think is kind of cool. But I have I don't know what's going on with the grill cloth. I've seen this a bunch and I would love if anyone knows what's going on here, what causes this. I guess I'm unwilling to believe that that amp was just
abused,
played hard or whatever, because especially
because there would be signs of other wear on the amp.
And also because this is like a custom shop type of amp. I mean, I guess someone could have pushed it hard, but I have trouble believing that.
Right.
That somebody would pay extra for this amp that's designed to look like furniture and then just push it. And again, I know how long you've had your Princeton Reverb.
Well, it was used when I got it. I've had it for almost 10 years now, and it's, yeah.
And it still looks pretty cherry.
Right.
Even like your Peavey Classic, which I watched you abuse on a regular basis.
Yeah, I was rough with that thing.
It did not look like this.
So what is going on with this fabric?
I don't know.
Did they make it out of toilet paper or something?
It's what it looks like.
Huh. Because the guitar, I mean, look, there's corrosion on the tuner. You said there was rust on the pickups. This guitar was played.
This guitar, the aging on there, the stuff on the pickups, I was just, being...
It honestly looks like it's been well taken care of for a
27-year-old guitar.
Wow, I did the math right in my head. I'm shocked.
Oh, also, they want $9,500 for this, so...
I don't know if that's fair.
I would say it maybe works out to about $8,500 for the guitar and $1,000 for the amp. But again, the amp looks like ass, so maybe not.
I have no perspective on the collectability of this guitar, of the true value of it. I have no idea what it would cost to reproduce this. Like, how do you even wrap a guitar in MOTO like that? It's amazing. It's a miracle that this exists at all, because I have no idea how that works.
Yeah, where are the seams?
That's what I'm saying. It looks seamless.
Is MOTO one of those plastics? Let me ask. You might know more about it. MOTO's just like celluloid, right?
Yeah.
So celluloid, does it shrink under heat?
It shrinks with age.
Why did I think it could shrink with heat?
It might. If you get it too hot, it'll burn.
Yeah, it'll
violently.
Yeah. Because my thought was like maybe they take the body and then they
vacuum
kind of like a vacuum application.
I think that would be too. I think that you would get all sorts of wrinkles and stuff. I think it's
but if you had a thick enough piece of celluloid,
there has to be a seam.
You could do that, and then you could sand it.
What if it is a solid brick of MOTO?
I don't think it's a solid brick of MOTO.
It would be wild if it was. It would probably weigh a freaking ton. Maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know what a brick of MOTO would weigh.
It's a brick. Oh, geez. Somebody's selling one of these on eBay for 17 grand.
All right. This is a great deal. Go buy it.
Somebody's also selling. What the? This is on Guitar Broker. Fender Stratocaster and Blues Deluxe MOTO set for $1 million.
Of course. And this is practically a steal compared to $1 million.
This is they're calling this a museum set. Also,
if I bought this, I would get the amp grill cloth replaced.
They're calling this a Blues Deluxe because it's.
I know that's ridiculous. I know that's a big statement to make, but I would get it fixed.
Oh, Blues Deluxe. I'm thinking Blues Junior. So they have the amp that matches the MOTO of the guitar. So this is like a gold brown MOTO,
right? Like a bursty.
Look at the amp. The amp looks great.
Yeah, the grill cloth is pristine. Yeah.
You
guys can't see that picture. Maybe I'll track it down to put it up on the screen.
Maybe you won't. Who can
say?
say?
Who knows?
Let's do a sponsor spot.
All right,
you want to do a sponsor spot?
Steve, that's what I was hoping that we would do.
This week's episode is brought to you by String Joy.
Right, Steve.
They're crafted in Nashville, Tennessee. They're played on stages worldwide, including probably in 2023, some stages in San Diego, California, maybe? Well, that should have been your New Year's resolution to play some Dino Ghost show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dumbass.
I mean, you can see one of our new masks back there behind us right now. I am pretty excited to start playing shows again.
So this is the signature set because, this is a signature set. Ryan's going to get some of the coded set. Ryan has the coded set. I'm sure he thinks they're great, don't you, Ryan?
By the time this episode airs, I've got the coded sets, and I've probably installed them on a guitar, and I'm sure I'll have an opinion on them on the next episode.
All right.
60 Cycle Hum.
But this is a 9x42 set. You can get, 9x42, 10x46, whatever, like 10 by...
I got 11s down in the box down there.
10 to 52 if you want that light, heavy combo.
I put 9s on my shreddy guitars. I put 11s on my surfy guitars.
You can get whatever you want. You can customize your sets if you go to Stringjoy using the link in the description.
You can get sets you don't want. Like, that's how crazy Stringjoy is. You could make sets, custom sets. You're like, I don't even want this. I just want to see what it's like. And they show up and you're like, why did I order this? This is so far outside of normal, but you'll try them anyways. Stringjoy, the only string company that will sell you sets you don't even want. Is that a good pitch?
I feel like your pitch for this is basically Stringjoy for people who are psychopaths. All right, this episode.
Abuse yourself. Get a really weird set of strings. Because you can make every string like a different weird gauge.
This episode's also brought to you by Bigger Pedals. This pedal is a slice of pie. It's by Bigger Pedals and the Tone Mob.
They made a bunch of those a few weeks back.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if they sold out of them yet, but if you want one, you should go check because they're catching up on orders. They're in business over there. They are making stuff again. The lights are on in the pedal factory, and you've got a golden ticket to go follow them on social media so you can stay up on everything. Go follow Big Ear Pedals on social media. I was trying to do a Willy Wonka thing. It's like, you're not going to get a golden ticket.
Ryan, I'm going to throw you
the factory.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball right now.
Curveball me, Steve.
This episode's also brought to you by Chase Bliss.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting that.
This is the Dark World dual channel reverb. Do they still sell these?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They're great reverb. I love that reverb for doing kind of like ambient, shimmery, spooky. I kind of want to put it on my Dinosaur Ghost board because like I dial it in to do this shift in between a low shimmer, like a low octave shimmer, up to a high octave shimmer. It's just so spooky and ghosty sounding. It's great.
Head on over to chasebliss.com. I think is their website now. I always said Chase Bliss Audio. That was the old website, but I think it's just chasebliss.com now.
Now it's Chase Bliss Visual. It's visual
okay.
effects
Chase, yeah. I just want to hear. I got to go find this video now. I know it exists of the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past theme being played through this pedal.
Chase Bliss Audio. Savor the flavor at chaseblissflavors.com.
What?
That doesn't exist. Just use a regular URL.
Ryan, what's new?
Oh man, Dinosaur Ghost was supposed to have a gig this week, but then it disappeared.
Ooh.
Yeah, we were hustling to get ourselves gig ready, and then it just kind of fell apart, which is fine because we're all been kind of busy. But we do have a couple of practices under our belt, and I am excited to book some shows in 2023. I'm hoping that we're going to be gig ready in March.
What's in March?
I'll be available to play.
Oh,
So that's what's in March. I will personally be available to play shows in March.
you should try to book a NAMM show in April. Take the whole band up to NAMM. You can play in the Marriott.
Do the NAMM band thing?
You can play in the Marriott lobby.
That would actually be kind of fun.
And then in the middle of your set, you can
Don't they usually get like professional cover bands to do that?
You can sub out, and you can hand your guitar off to Paul Davids. He can take a couple songs. Or
I mean, Paul Davids did do. Weren't we going to pretend that other YouTubers don't exist?
I'm not good at
Damn
these
it,
games.
Steve. Damn it.
I didn't say he was a YouTuber. I just said he was a guy at NAMM who happened to be named Paul Davids, and also is like a 6'4" Dutch or whatever guy.
We're gonna play at NAMM, and I'm gonna invite Blvd on stage, and he's gonna have to jam with me.
No, I don't know.
Did anyone watch that video? Blvd, you were there. You didn't have to watch the video.
I had COVID.
Blvd published this video of us jamming together at Sweetwater, and it was fun to go read the comments because he has a totally different style of commenter than this channel has. Wow,
A lot of middle-aged women.
is that what it
leaving
is?
comments.
No, people are extremely complimentary.
I didn't say they were like negative comments.
I didn't check their gender, Steve, or their age.
There's a picture of the person and a name.
Okay, I wasn't looking that close. I was reading their words, Steve, because I value their words. I value their mind.
All right.
Okay.
Jeez.
No, like it was wild because like comment after comment after comment is like, oh, it is so inspiring to see two master musicians expressing their craft. And I was like, I was just noodling blues riffs. I don't know what you're talking about. Go check out the video. Go for the video. Stay for the comments. The comment section is wild to me. So, yeah. It was fun, though. I had a great time jamming with Dovey. And I'd do it again. You couldn't stop me if you tried.
Why am I hunched over?
What are we talking about again?
I mean, we're doing what's new. That's all the
what's
what's
new.
new. I don't have a what's new.
I want to film Dinosaur Ghost practices and like do like little web shows and stuff. So maybe we'll do virtual internet shows. I don't know. You guys want that? I think you want that. I can hear you screaming, "No!" And I'm deciding that means yes.
All right, let's do this next ad.
All right.
This ad, Ryan, when you play with 2 other people, you're in a trio.
Yeah.
When you play with 1 other person, you're in a duo.
Yeah.
You play with 3 other people, you're in a quattro. But when you play by yourself,
It's called.
you are a soloist.
Oh, I was thinking of an M word.
A mono?
A masturbator.
What's wrong with you? Listen on that. The next ad is a Jackson Soloist.
Oh. No, that's what I'm on. I'm on the Jackson Soloist.
Yeah. Selling due to house clearance. Untested, so unsure if working. Also 2 strings missing. No idea of the model type. Obvious signs of wear, but a vintage model. So would be brilliant in the right hands. Oh, that's all it takes. My guitar is old, so it's good.
A Jackson Soloist in the right hands.
What if it's in the left hands?
Then it feels like someone else is doing it.
Is this really?
2023, the year of the masturbation joke.
Is this actually a Jackson Soloist?
I'm not. I think it's a Jackson neck. I think this was originally an Explorer style body type that someone cut down. I don't think this is a soloist body because, and that's why I included the picture of an actual soloist. Note the placement of the knobs on the soloist.
That's a Charvel Jackson.
A Charvel Jackson soloist. Okay. But honest, this is the soloist I could find that had the Kaler.
Mm-hmm.
As this has a Kaler adjacent style trim on it. None of the Jackson soloists I found had the knobs in this placement. They have 3 knobs, but not in this placement. I think this was an Explorer body shape before. Because that's an Explorer layout. And I don't think it was necessarily a Jackson body. I think we're seeing a chimera here.
I don't even know if that's actually a Jackson neck.
It might not be.
It's definitely like a refinished head.
No, this thing's the logo is definitely not original. Someone did.
According to this, the body is a Roland.
This is a drum. Everything's a drum. Everything's a drum.
Yeah, whoever. Well, the problem is whoever made this.
I'm pretty sure that's a Jackson truss rod cover, though.
Whoever made this guitar, they came a little too original.
It's got a 0 fret on it. It's not technically a 0 fret, but look at that, like, locking nut situation. It's a metal nut with the locking behind it. I like that.
That's weird.
I want to know what this was originally. It's definitely been well loved in inappropriate ways. Oh my gosh, it's a set neck. So whatever the neck is what it was. It might be a Jackson.
It's a cracked set
Oh
neck.
yeah, it's damaged. This can't be the original shape though. There's no possible way. This is someone's got a bandsaw, you know? Someone got a bandsaw for their birthday and this is what happened. And what were they trying to do? They made a bottle opener out of it, but why? Like, what is this shape?
They're really thirsty.
What is this shape? Why did they think this shape would be better than whatever it was before?
I looked up Jackson Soloist vintage. How about
At least 4 cans of spray paint died for this guitar.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with this neck. It almost looks like somebody slapped just the locking nut behind this thing, and it's not actually supposed to be there.
I have no idea, man. I'm tired just looking at this thing. Don't buy it.
Also, like, aren't the I guess that's a
Steve, don't buy this guitar.
that's one that doesn't.
begging
I was gonna say, like, I feel like these should have a
You know what's surprising, Steve?
what?
This sold.
Yeah, for freaking like $80.
The winning bid was 67.33 pounds.
Yeah, very heavy. That's a large amount of.
I could lift that over my head.
No, you couldn't.
I could lift.
You could lift six. What?
You don't think I could lift? You don't think I could lift 67 pounds over my head?
You're gonna say that your kid weighs 67 pounds, but I don't think your kid weighs 67.
I don't know how much he weighs, so I guarantee you I could.
You can probably lift 67 pounds.
I guarantee you I could lift
it's not
67 pounds over my head.
Okay.
I was digging holes in the backyard for a retaining wall. I was carrying around bags of concrete that weigh 90.
We're over your head?
No, but I could have.
All right.
Steve doesn't think I'm strong enough to lift this.
Well, I know you've been going
to
to the gym a lot in 2022.
Not to get strong,
so
to keep my heart ticking. I could just do that without going to the gym. I can lift 67 pounds over my head, Steve.
I don't know
how heavy do you think 67
pounds is. I've never picked up 67
You've
pounds.
never picked up 60. You were going to buy a half stack.
I worked in a Home Depot parking lot for a month.
You were going to buy a half stack, Steve.
Yeah, do those weigh 67 pounds?
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember that base rig I had? It was like 300 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
200-pound cabinets and a 55-pound
Yeah, that was
head.
stupid.
That was awesome.
Yeah, totally heavy tone.
Yeah, so big. No, this is I actually think this price is okay.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Like
you're buying pickups and that bridge.
I feel like you could, for the right buyer, you could get your money back on that bridge. Even though you don't have the bar. Someone
is looking for that bridge because the guitar that it belongs in wants it.
Yeah.
But yeah, for $80, you know, the neck and the body are shot. The tuners are probably not great because they look just really old and trashed. Just don't put old tuners on a new guitar. You know, the locking nut, maybe someone wants that piece, but it's missing the locks.
Yeah, no one wants that piece.
No one wants that piece. But the bridge and the pickups, I guess maybe. I don't know. But the bridge is probably the thing that would command that amount of money. And maybe that's why someone bought it. They're like, I want that bridge. I need that bridge because it's compatible with this other thing that I have.
I think this headstock is the same headstock that I donated to the Yule log. Like, I think this neck is the same.
You think so?
It's pretty similar.
But it's not bolt-on. It's set.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Unless...
I can't believe someone bought this.
No, I know.
All right.
Somebody's scavenging
something
parts.
else.
Yeah, let's talk about... Oh, we already talked about... Let's talk about Big Sky Country.
Here we go.
We are Eclectic Sounds, a.k.a. Echo Sounds, a storefront in Portland, Oregon. We are open 7 days a week from 11 to 5. Killer bass. This is a killer bass with a nice burst and carvings by
is
now
a murderer.
Retired Montana artist Frank Tetrault. Frank has done many carvings throughout the state. Very clean and mint condition, missing one volume knob. 11 pounds, 8 ounces.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know if I could lift that over my head. It's been more than 25 years since the Peavey Electronics Company introduced its revolutionary T60 and T40. Yeah, no shit. It's been more than 25. Come on.
We don't need a full history lesson.
It's been like 40 years.
I cut the vast majority of it out. This ad had literally 3 paragraphs of history of Peavey in the description.
This is
not on the guitar, just a history of Peavey.
This is $950. It's sold. I kind of like it.
I don't hate it. I think the part that wins me over is the fish. I like the trout. The eagle looks like, but the trout's like, hey.
Why does it? I don't like the eagle. If it didn't have the tongue, I think would look better.
It would look better without the tongue for sure. There's a folk art element here. I don't know anything about the artist. It sounds like it's someone notable from the region, I suppose.
Ryan, I told you the artist is Frank Tetrault from Montana. So now you know about the artist.
Yeah, but I have no frame of reference for who that is. Like, it's not. I don't travel in like artists of Montana circles.
I think these tuners were replaced, so the value is not there anymore.
That's the thing that's going to kill the value. Look at how clean the pickup looks. I don't believe this bass got played. I think it was an art piece.
It's missing a knob.
I know and they're cool knobs too. They're those PVP knobs. It's going to be hard to replace that. No, probably not, though. You should probably get one for $10 on Amazon. Or not Amazon, on eBay.
That's a lot for a single knob.
I don't know, man. Someone bought it, you said?
Yeah.
Someone bought
It
it.
says it's sold. Well, it says it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. That's what my kid says. It's gone.
I'm going to say buy a non-carved one.
You think
that
you could probably get a non-carved
because if you get a non-carved one, their wood hasn't been removed and it will weigh 12 pounds, and you're gonna want that extra pound.
Yeah.
Trust me on this. You want this guitar to be as heavy as possible. I don't know, man.
There are 4 T45s.
In the right,
holy crap!
in the right band, this would be a really cool look. I think it would. I think it would work in the right band.
So
It's not my style though.
The cheapest Peavey T45, and for some reason it looks a little weird. Like the burst looks kind of yellowed out. It says it's original. It doesn't. I'm not seeing anything. They want $900 for it. There are 3 other PVT 45s and they're all outside the U.S. and they're all asking what would the base price would be like $1,300.
Wow.
Plus monster shipping.
People want that. Well, dude, they weigh 12, 13 pounds.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's international.
And they're long boys.
Yeah. Not short boys.
I kind of wish the Eagle was better. I wish it just had the fish.
Just an all fish theme.
Just give me the trout. I just want that trout.
Give me that. You want
It's
that
not
trout.
a bass. It's a trout. It's not a bass. It's not a bass. It's a trout.
That's horrible.
I know. You could have at least put a bass on there, but I know that's a trout.
How dare you?
Tell me that's not a trout.
No, it's definitely a trout.
Trout
It's a
confirmed.
I think it's a rainbow trout.
I know trout. I know trout in and out. I've caught all kinds of trout. I love eating trout. I know exactly what a trout looks like, and that's a trout.
I've seen a trout once or twice.
Now that eagle, I'm not so sure.
Have you ever done this thing? Have you ever looked up what a bald eagle sounds like?
Yeah, I know that bald eagles don't sound like eagles in movies because in movies they use hawk sounds.
Yeah, folks watching this, if you just Google bald eagle calls, they're insane. Just do it. Trust
Maybe that's
me.
what this bass sounds like.
Trust me, you want to do it.
Impersonate one right now.
I can't.
Dude, try.
I feel like it's like, yeah. It's like something weird like that.
That was pretty good. Oh, Steve, bald eagles in the house.
Oh my gosh.
It hurt you.
So dumb. You want to do this song?
I think we had a bald eagle in San Diego a while back.
I don't know if you say so.
Like people were spotting it around.
Did it escape from the zoo or something?
No, like it flew down here.
Got lost?
No, I think originally they were all over the place, and maybe they're reclaiming habitat. I don't know.
This email of them and the coyotes.
Yeah.
This email
They're working together.
Is entitled, "Please play my song, assholes." Hey Ryan and Steve, this song is
Wait, is he talking to us?
Yeah. This song is by my band, The Apertures. It's called Electric Dream, and it's the second track on our album, Kodachrome, which we just released today, October 16th, 2022. It was recorded at my uncle's house using Reaper. I sang lead vocals and played a Harmony Stella, Squire jazz bass, and a Tele-style parts caster through a Bell Epic into a... is it Epic? Bell Epic? Bell Epoch?
I heard it read it as Epoch. But I honestly have no idea.
Into a Fender Blues Deluxe reissue. I also played a synth line on a Korg Volca keys, but it's kind of buried in the mix. My cousin played drums, produced the track, so he's responsible for all the cool plug-in synths you hear throughout. Lyrically, the song was inspired by my stepson, who's almost 10 now. Once when he was a toddler, I heard him cry out in his sleep. I was heartbroken by the idea of him having bad dreams, so I did what any parent would do and wrote a psychedelic rock song about it. Hope you guys enjoy it and can check out the rest of the album.
That does track.
That's a link that'll be posted in the description. Lastly, I want to thank you guys. Oh, he wants to thank us.
Okay.
Thank you guys for everything you do. I work in healthcare, and I started watching the channel regularly in 2020, around the start of the pandemic, and it really helped me get through a difficult time for me and my family, and has been a source of comfort for me ever since.
You know, you're thanking us, but I want to thank you for listening. and viewing, however you consume this content.
And he says, stay grounded. You stay grounded. Let's wait for the song to load. Load in, load in, load in.
I like that a lot. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for sending
cool.
that.
Thanks.
All right. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.
Stay grounded.
Stay grounded for sure.
Stay grounded.